on a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They begin the drive with Williams. Up to the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7 from the 20. They go play action with Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's got the first down and more. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm, but right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson. Screen play set up for Williams. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns. Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner? No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category. Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right? Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit.
and they get one here in the passing game.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. On play action, they'll throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Now a 2nd down and 6. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. From the gun, he'll hand this off. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
From the 16, Mahomes, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 60. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time, and oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety.
Right now, they're just trying to get to halftime because they need a break. This game, it's been a shellacking in every way, and they just got driven backwards for a safety.
Hardman on the return. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 31 yards. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. McManus's point after is good, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays. Make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Landry now in motion right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Mahomes now on first down. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Wilson now off the bootleg. Got his man. It's Williams. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The pass there complete to Sutton, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Michael Dana make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On second down, Williams. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter action in Denver.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Wilson will throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out, they tend to leave them in.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Justin Simmons firing all the way in from his safety position.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one.
And returning it, here's Hamler.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Michael Dana
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
To try again after the sack. Wilson.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, and then it got to him. So they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Wilson on 1st down.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. But with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
15.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Easy.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
156 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, an impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive. Here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the fourth quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some room to maneuver.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down.